Hey everybody. Tonight we're going to be talking about our next step in the series about being broke, the things that we can stop doing. And tonight's topic is going to be stop doing negative thoughts. Stop talking negative about yourself. The most dangerous voice is the one in your head telling you that you're not enough. That's going to hold you back from your dreams more than almost anything else that you encounter in life. When you think about it, would you talk to your friends or your family or somebody you care about the same way that you let that voice in your head speak to you? You want to speak life into what you want to do. Speak success, speak abundance, get your mindset going that things are going to be okay and that you're going to, they're going to get better and you're going to improve. What's the worst thing that you've ever said to yourself? Think about that for a second. You know, would you say that to anyone else? You know, if you talk to yourself in the way that you said, I'm stupid, I always mess up, I'll never make it, that ain't humble. That's self-sabotage. That's you setting the stage for failure before you even attempt to do whatever you're going after. Your words have power. We don't realize it, but they affect our mindset and our trajectory and our level of success. And when you keep telling yourself you're not enough, your brain finds a way to prove it. Now, what's hard for a lot of people is the negative self-talk isn't always self-inflicted. It's often passed down as a generational thing from grandmother to parent to child, right? So like so many other things that we've been talking about in this series. Growing up, people, I didn't realize that a lot of the negative self-talk I heard, it really wasn't even mine. You know, you'd hear things from family members, friends, friends of family members, etc. Don't get your hopes up. People like us don't get opportunities like that. Meeting, minorities, Black, African American people, you got to work twice as hard and to be seen as half as good. The level of effort you're going to have to put in for success is going to outweigh, what you're doing. Be careful. Don't draw too much attention to yourself. These are things that have been passed down from when we were slaves, where we didn't want to attract attention from the master, because if you were too good at something, that meant there was a possibility that you could get sold off to another plantation and get separated from your family. So very often when slaves were extremely smart or very good at a task, they would underperform on purpose because they wouldn't want to be seen as an asset of extreme value that somebody can make a profit off of. The people that are telling us these things, the sad part is that they're very well intentioned when they say them to us. They're not saying it to us to be very often to be negative, but they're being protective. But as you realize and you get old, as I realized and got older, it wasn't just caution. They were imposing their fears and their what was imposed on them onto me. And so that mindset didn't start there. Like I said, it was passed down generations and generations and generations back. So it's kind of a survival mechanism that's often passed along in our DNA from slave times, Jim Crow, and for centuries long. So as I grew up and I got older, when I caught myself saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not qualified, I'm too much, I have imposter syndrome. That's a very big one that you hear these days. I had to ask myself, like, whose voice is that really talking? Is that me? Or is that some little demon inside of me trying to sabotage, what I've been working so hard for? A lot of times that negative self-talk isn't your authentic truth. It's an echo of oppression and things around you and holding you back from, your true success. If you don't question it, you're going to pass it down to the next people. You're going to pass it down to your kids. You're going to pass it down to people you love. You're going to pass it down to people that you teach. People that you mentor. You're going to put these things onto them, almost unknowingly. So be very careful about the words that you choose when you describe, yourself and what you're going after. It's never say it's a little job or little this. You're downplaying your success before you even get started. And it means that you're realizing in doing this, you're breaking the generational chains. You're changing everybody's fortune, and you're taking responsibility for that. You're stopping the negative self-talk, and you're getting yourself into a positive mindset, and you're breathing abundance and success into your everyday life. This is going to carry over to your financial future. This is going to carry over into your happiness. This is going to carry over into your career. This is going to carry over into your family. This is going to carry over into your relationships. Keep that in mind. This is very important. This is life-changing information right here. I'm going to talk to this about a little bit more on my YouTube channel. So after you subscribe and like here on TikTok, take a jump over to the YouTube channel, and I'm going to dive a little bit deeper where I have a little bit more time to talk about what's going on here. Hope you all have a great day, and talk to you later.